206. The key to the future of the living sciences in the Torah, the creative language mathematics of all the living creations that went into the creations of man. In the Torah are revealed the language transparencies of the higher evolution. Torah is the key to Kabbalah, the wisdom of the many universes, and the key to the scriptures of the luminaries to come. Because of the gift of the Torah, we can say, "Blessed art thou, O Lord, creator of the luminaries." For the Torah is indeed among the luminaries the extension from one membrane to the next membrane. The languages which deny the many universes and the Torah of the higher evolution are languages not of luminaries but of fallen beings, speaking with the heads of giants and with the tongue of a speaking snake, programming life away from the chambers of living light. The Torah, or is the celestial song of the Kabbalah, the eternal science of the many universes which compose the throne of Yahweh. It is a love message revealed directly from the higher universes to the dust world creations which are generated in the name of the Father. Everything that is composed in this world of creation, the life that is, the life that is to come, the life that has already passed, is coded in the Torah, which teaches of the divine unfoldment. The Torah is the complete computer code from Alpha to Omega for all sacred sciences, extending the biophysical to the astrophysical, and revealing the Bible as a consciousness pyramid for the human initiation into other kingdoms. Therefore, the Torah cannot be limited to the first 5 books of the Bible, because the building of the foundation stone, the Great Pyramid, is mathematically given in the book of Isaiah, and the energy vehicle of becoming numbered with the stars is given in Daniel and other prophetic sections. Without these scrolls, the people of God could not use the ladder of Jacob to ascend to the heavens of the Ophium. Likewise, the book of Revelation is necessary to give an actual account of how the divine council of the Elohim at the time of the restoration of Jerusalem will materialize the capstone of the Great Pyramid, as well as the garment of the Messiah, or the children of light. Therefore, all of these books make up the true Torah. Because of the gift of the Torah and the mathematical keys revealed in every letter, we can say, "Blessed art thou, O Lord, creator of the luminaries." For the Torah is indeed the teaching among the luminaries. The Torah is the mathematics separating the sacred chemistry from the secular chemistry. It is the coding which connects spiritual universes to physical universes. Languages of chemistry which do not connect the universes with the other universes are languages not of higher luminaries, but of fallen luminaries who rule the lower universes and keep them locked in space. This is why we are told in the key that the fallen language patterns exalt not creation, but in actuality create 3-dimensional chemical enslavement within fixed magnetic fields. If we only listen to the language of the finite science, which is obscuous to the lower heavens of the galactic snake, we will not be able to go on and reunite with the other galaxies, but will remain locked in our immediate system, believing that it is the be-all and end-all of creation. When Enoch revealed this key to me, he showed me a picture of our galaxy as a tree of life with various branches from different star systems, so that it appeared as a tree of fire. And around this tree of life was a light spiral which had the face of a snake with the tongue of a computer program of galactic death. He showed me how higher star systems are actually coordinated with the technology of the higher evolution, subsumed under the Torah aura, or the spiritual councils, the lower world technologies through their uses of limited language systems developed their sciences without a complete program, and therefore proceed to program their civilizations out of existence. Today, with the Tree of Life, man is listening to the computerized technology of the snake speak to us and say, there is no life beyond. There is no life beyond. Do not quest the knowledge of the higher living God, for it is all here. You are the living God. This is it. Stop where you are. By listening to the tongue of this speaking snake, which is a frequency hydra with two black bodies, man is prevented from his own cross-fertilization with Shekhinah kingdoms in his evolutionary creation, rather than extending himself through the face of the entropic space. Man is caught within the belly of the Leviathan and prevented from attaching his biological life station to other life stations. Human life must interconnect with higher galactic systems where language transparencies of evolution issue forth to announce that we are one in the same house of many mansions. The key then is speaking of the Yotzer Amaroth, the creator of the luminaries, who through the hierarchy of the luminaries gives the astrochemical programs of life, extending knowledge from the universe to universe, life stations of life station. Enoch explained to me that the sub-life stations must wage war against the biochemical rhythms of the dragon creation, which keeps them as recipients of limited knowledge. However, only the sons of light can resolve this war between the various biochemical levels by opening up the body of the Leviathan so that open-ended star movement towards perfection is possible. The Leviathan is the traditional symbol which the ancients took to mean the entrapment of man within the primordial spirals, denying the ongoing glory and presence of the eternal mind. As long as man thinks he is God, he will never acquire the angelic radiations of true creation. For this reason, man remains locked in space and crucified to his body of relativity. His scientific consciousness tells him that he is the only life force in the tree of life, which is the galaxy, and that he is God. Hence, he does not have to humble himself to the higher intelligence, which is there to create in him more godliness. This key tells us that the Torah is the synthesis of all the languages, the perceptual building blocks of cosmological and astronomy that man must go through, lest he falls victim to the wrong vibrations of the fallen Ophanim, or mind energies, lest he confuses cosmological distances with the technology of the earth, lest he thinks that he is it all within his order of creation. The Torah teaches us that only to hear the language of light, but to humbly receive and use the language of light to probe and understand the higher spheres of the heavens of the Shekhinah dimensions of the Father's garment, of which the earth is a part. Enoch explained to me that the Sanskrit and Tibetan languages were the vertical alignments of all the biological languages working on a line-like vertical movement throughout the human body, according The pictograph Egyptian and Chinese languages were the horizontal alignments of all the biochemical languages, working on the beeline horizontal movement throughout the human body. The Hebrew language of light has been chosen to synthesize the cosmology of this present cycle of creation. It issues forth the seed crystal, the pyramid, third eye, to unify the branches of the Adamic intelligence with the Zohar races in advanced star evolutions. The Hebrew language of crystal works with all 12 meridians of light, all 12 tribes of Israel amongst the stars. And the star messengers, the higher Ophrim, speak directly through the masters of light, whose vibrations sound in the scrolls of the Torah. Their names activate computer geometries of light, for they are the higher light spirals which, when coded into human consciousness, allow the energy forces of the human chakras to be unified. The primordial Torah, Keduma, is the exulting blueprint God followed in the creation of the world. The first 5 books of the Torah are the gematria of the 5 matter energy bodies that are prepared to experience the Merkbah. Within the garden of the Torah of the Holy Kabbalah transforms the numerical seeds of rhythmic cosmology into a table of calculations that can be fitted into the geophysical computer known as the Great Pyramid. The pyramidologists have known that the families of the house of Israel, given in the book of Numbers, chapters 1 and 2, give the angular proportions of the 360 circle of the heavens. The summation of the collective significance of the tribal factors equals 360, which gives the proportion of the angle to the individual number of the integral model. The formula 360 is a sine and a sin, SINE, for the coding and encoding of God's people as they move between the planes of the planosphere. These important tribal proportions must be calculated into the Enoch circle and into the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid to show how the core memory of human programming, exemplified in the king's chamber, connects with the superior circumference. The circumference represents an astrophysical messiahship, which is delineated through the Enoch circle. Under Judah's direction, scrolls of Numbers 2:9, the light is given as a numerical value of 186,400, the representation of the physical constant of the speed of light, which is to guide mankind into the new spectrum. Furthermore, Judah is defined here as the Kosin, and is spoken of in the Torah scripture as the spiritual lion sphinx, which is the guarding scepter for everything moving towards the mapping of the seed of Israel in the heavens. It is written in Genesis 49:9-10, we bowed down, he stretched himself out like a lion as of the sphinx, and like a lion who dares rouse him, the scepter will not turn aside from Judah, neither the commander's staff from between his feet until the Shiloh Messiahs come.